What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fishing in the South TV, and today we are going to be talking about the top 5 summer bass fishing lures. And I did this back up in North Carolina, but it turned out like complete garbage. It went on and on and on, and it just took forever, and it was really boring. And I didn't even have any of the baits in front of me, so I wanted to redo it. But I'm going to keep part of it in this video because it was a recap of the day. I'm just redoing the top 5 summer baits part, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first bait of choice is a frog, and you can ask any pro and they'll say a frog is one of their definite favorites to throw in the summer. This one right here is a Booyah Pop and Pad Crasher. Hopefully that focuses. But anything with a light colored belly, like a white or a yellow or a light green even, and if it also, this one doesn't have it, but if it has like a kind of like an orange spot right there, then that's pretty good. And you can put rattles in it and you can leave the rattles out, just personal preference. But I kind of like, if I'm thinking that if I'm fishing thicker mats, then I like a rattle because it gives the bass a little bit more idea of where it is. But if not, then I'll just throw it without rattles. But the rod and reel, heavy rod, anywhere from 6'3" to 7'9". The reel, you want a fast gear ratio to get that slack, so like a 7-1 to 1 to 7-5 to 1, or even above 8. And for line, 50-pound braid to 65-pound braid, 50-pound cast better, 65 is a little stronger, so just again personal preference. And brands of frogs that are good, Live Target, Booyah, and Riveted to Sea are really good, and Strike King makes a decent one too. So that is it for frogs. So let's get on to the next bait. The next one, Senkos. You guys have probably all heard of these. These are the Bass Pro Shop tournament stickers. I prefer the Gary Yamamoto Senkos, but these are really good substitutes. There's 2 ways I like to rig them: a wacky and weightless. And like weightless Texas rig. For wacky, just throw it on light spinning setup with 20-pound braid and a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. And for the weightless Texas rig, just again rig it like you would a Texas rig without the weight. And for a rod, I like a 6'10", medium heavy, fast action. You can use a 7.2. Again, personal preference. I just get a little bit more control with the 6'10". And gear ratio 6.8 to 1 to 7.5 to 1. I use a 7.1 to 1. For line, 15-pound fluorocarbon works the best. And well, I mean, not saying that you can't use 12 or 17, but I like using 15. So that's just what I recommend. And colors, maybe like in Clearwater, green pumpkin, watermelon red. Those are like the only 2 I really throw in Clearwater. And then dirty water, black and blue. Yeah, that's like the only one I throw in dirty water. So okay, so next up has gotta be a Swimbait, and this is a Berkeley Havoc Sigfish. This is like a 4 or something inch, and colors, natural shad colors, anything like that, bluegill colors. Hooks, belly weighted Swimbait hooks are the way to go. VMC are the ones I like to use. 4/0 to 5/0, and I prefer throwing smaller swim baits rather than Huddlestons and all those, because I fish more ponds and stuff. But yeah, paddle-tail swim baits are definite, and they will catch fish. For gear, I use a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod, and for gear ratio I like a 7:1 with 15-pound test fluorocarbon. Now if you're going to step up to the bigger swim baits, I would recommend a heavy X-heavy rod with a slower gear ratio bait caster and 20-pound test fluorocarbon. But then that's it for that, so move on to the next one. No, not my sunglasses. Okay, so next is a spook type bait. This is a chugging spook. Got this in the mystery tackle box. Very nice. Again, when you're throwing top waters, you want something that has like a light colored belly, and this one has kind of more of a chrome bottom to it, which is good too. And really, any color on top works. They don't see the top, unless maybe like it flips over for some reason. But for top water fishing, I recommend a fast gear ratio reel, like 7:1 to 7:5 I want to go 8 something. That's just a little too fast for my preference. And for line, monofilament is key. You can use braid, but it will bend out the trebles sometimes. But monofilament, 12-pound to 17-pound test monofilament. So next up, the rod. You should throw it on 6.6 to 6.10, moderate action, more moderate fast. Although I do use a fast action, but I recommend moderate to moderate fast. Oh wait, I already did that, didn't I? Wow. I just totally said that, I think. Yeah, I did. Alright, so forget that. Alright, we're done with the swim bait. Alright, next up is the crankbait. This is the last one. And this is made by Excite Baits in a bluegill pattern. For crankbaits, I recommend like a shad, bluegill, any type of those patterns. And then for dirty water, chartreuse blackback, chrome blackback, gold blackback, any of those kind of colors that are a little bit shinier, like that. And for the rod and reel, I recommend a 7 to 7:11. It depends on whether you're doing shallow cranking or deep diving crankbaits. But I like a 7.2, and I recommend a moderate action. That's very key, so the hooks don't get ripped out of the fish's mouth as soon as they grab it. And then you can go medium or medium heavy. For the reel, a slow gear ratio, like 5 to maybe 6, 8:1. I don't know, that's still a little fast. 12-pound test fluorocarbon is the way to go. And change out those treble hooks. That's something you should really do. But other than that, I think we're done with crankbaits. So now we will go back to the other segment of this video, which is North Carolina, where I recap the day that I had fishing wise, and recap what was going on. I think I recapped part of the rest of the week, not 100% sure, but yeah, so let's get to that segment of the video. Okay, so, you know, I'm also going to recap what happened today. So I brought one rod and one reel. And I brought minimal tackle, although people would say it's not minimal. Yeah, we didn't catch anything, but we are going to get some fishing videos going on right now. So, you know, I promise there will be fish catches soon. I think we're going to Buckeye Lake tomorrow, and we're going to go on a yak. So that should be fun. And, you know, like my dude John B always says, keep fishing, never stop. I gotta think of something creative, something on my own. I got nothing. Alright, see you guys in the next one.